Alright guys, today we are out on an adventure. We are going to do some exploring here, see if we can find some stuff. We are at Eagles Roost Preserve, the green place, part of the Orange County government's Florida. Unfortunately, somebody thought shooting at their sign was a good idea. See a bullet lodged right in there. People are dumbasses. We're heading over that way a little ways. There's a couple of spots I want to check out in the new growth. See if I can find a spot a buddy told me about. So we'll get this GoPro on. We'll see what we can find. See if we can find our, do some exploring. GoPro. Alright guys, this is the spot we were metal detecting the other day. Found that weedy over there. Found a clock on the other side. Got an old well right there. Another piece of the well out behind it. We're going out in these trees over here. It's a newer place. Just been planted not too long ago, so we'll see what we can find out there. Don't have the detector with me. Hands free, just kind of exploring. That's back to nature right there. That's a spot that they do wildlife rehab at. Trail goes along the parking lot, so we'll stick to the trail today, at least for now. So this is the tree line. We can see where they planted these in a straight row. Looking at my map, you can see we're just over here. There was a building. That's part of Back to Nature, so we won't go into there so much. These old trees, old cypress, old oaks. There's a couple big old oaks right there. According to this, there used to be a big building right there, and that makes sense because that's elevated, so that was probably a house. That looks like it might be an old culvert. Little ditch right there for drainage. Old bathtub. Yep. Got another old well here. It's like an old dried up well. Clawtooth tub there. Look at this, guys. If you look back there, you can see we got some turkeys back there. That's kind of cool. Let's go. Alright. This is part of the animal runs out here. Those are old. That might have been a road at one point. Planted trees right up the middle of it. Interesting. We'll walk down this way a little bit further and see what else was up there. Somebody's been chopping at this tree. Not cool. Looks like we got a big educational site out here. Little park bench for people hiking on the other side. It's a little more civilized over there. I don't like civilized. Well, there's definitely a road right there. All these rows are nicely cut, so think they're trying to keep the underbrush down, prevent fires out here. You can see a road over on the other side of it. It's not too far through, but we're going down to the end. That'll be against Lake Mary Jane. What's this? Oh, it's a vine. Thought it might be an electrical wire. So yeah, we got a little outlook up here for Lake MJ. People come walking down that road, they come doing whatever. Old retaining wall has probably been in there since there were houses down back past there. It's an older type of wall. Give it a little bit of water control. Back in the day, it's obviously not working anymore. We're gonna go that way. But we're keeping our eyes open for signs of country living. It's shiny, looks like glass up there. Yeah, we got some broken glass. Can't tell much from it yet. Haven't found any pieces that are identifiable. What do we got there? Well, that one might be. Look at that, guys. We got a little bit of embossing up on the lip. H-E-R. I don't know what that would be. We'll put that in our pocket. There's an awful lot of glass down here. There's a piece of metal. Look at that. Piece of steel, probably from farm equipment or part of the homesteads out here. That's what I wanted to see. That's a piece of terracotta. Probably a hurdy pot. See more terracotta pieces down in here. Those would be the hurdy pots I've been looking for. We got a piece of cobalt glass right there. Just a little piece. Oop. Here we got some milk glass. That would have some age on it. Milk glass, pottery. Bottom part of a jar, a bottle. What's this? Looks like an old beer bottle. A lot of hurdy pot stuff. That's cast iron. Don't know what that might be. Finding a couple. Old steel shoe piece. Round piece of pipe. Bunch of glass right in there. Let's look over the edge. Wait a minute. You guys see what I see? I see a jug. I see two jugs. And I see some old bottles down in here. Are we serious? You just find us a bottle dump? Oh, that one's broken. I'll probably haul that one out. That's a gallon jug. That's an old bottle. That's a good old bottle. Man, I'm glad I walked over by the shore. Got a couple of other ones over here. Look at that. That's a good bottle. That's a nice one. I might have to bring the wagon back. I might have to cover these up. We'll come back another day with the wagon. Oh, that one's broken. It's a 1 gallon jug of something. It's got a top broken though. It's not super old. They definitely have some age to them. I'll definitely come back out here. What do you got here? Looks like part of an old tractor. Alright, we got a little bit of a dump here. Big piece of terracotta there. Oh, that bottle's broken. Bummer. It's Coca-Cola. And that one's embossed on the bottom. Leesburg, Florida. So that's definitely got some age to it. There's a bunch of fence right there. Big chunk of pipe. We got a wash basin there with some wire. Another one of these 1 quart 33 bottles. Some chemical company. We got some stuff down in the water down in there. We'll come down here like we're cleaning up on another day. We definitely got some adventuring to do. What do we got here? It's a big screw top. Had a bad looking jar though. Looks like another 1 quart. Got some out in the water out there, floating. Oh, that one's got that's an old Clorox bottle. Oh, we're pulling that one out. It's still got the metal lid on it. So that was before they went to plastic. So we're looking early 1940s on that one. Got another wash basin there. That's some terracotta pipe. Not my Not my Herdy pots. Got a 33 chemical. Yeah, we'll bring the wagon back out here because there's a lot of bottles to pick up. I mean, they don't have old age on them. That's a Pepsi bottle, but it's broken, unfortunately. It looks like a whiskey bottle. Not really old. Oh, that's a good one. Maybe some vanilla extract or something. That's a smaller bottle. I like those. There are a lot of bottles down here. Got a little island over here. Wow. I'm glad I walked down. I wasn't going to today. Got a few more bottles here. We got a square one right there. Square bottles are usually liquor. That one might not be. Still cool. Set it right there. What do we got here? It says FG wine. Number 1. It's an early screw top. 4/5 of a pint of wine. What do we got here? That looks like, I don't know, it's an old Anchor Hocking bottle. There's definitely a lot of glass in here. I want to make sure I grab that Clorox bottle. I don't want to lose that one. What do we got here? Another bottle. That's another broken one. Another broken Anchor Hocking. Looks like we got a bunch more up here by these trees. We got a couple down in here. What's this? That one's complete. No embossing on it. It's not that old. It's more of that terracotta pipe. We'll have to walk out in this water another day. That looks like a whiskey flask. Sure enough. And that one's marked 1 pint. Don't reuse. So we're looking 1940s on that one. Got some steel in here. That looks like a stove. 1940s, 1950s probably. Nothing major old. It's got some writing on it. That's a Duraglass bottle. So a Duraglass would be Owens, Illinois Glass Company. And get around these trees. Get back down along the shore. Some big terracotta pots. More terracotta pots. Not pots. Pipes. Looks like there might be some complete terracotta pipes in there. Some old ones. I do like that complete Clorox bottle. That's kind of cool. I found broken ones, 1 gallon jugs, but never one that's complete. So we definitely need to bring the wagon down, pick stuff up. We'll do some lakefront cleanup down here. Help them out. Pull the garbage out of here. This is garbage that's been sitting for God knows how long. I have to shoot a picture to my buddy Mike. He's always interested in conserving this area, keeping it looking nice. Let's see, have we seen any other glass? Not right off, but I'm sure there is underneath these leaves and stuff. I have to bring my rake out with me. Wallow down in there. All right, let's keep walking. Actually, give me a second. I want to mark that so I don't lose it again. It's not very far off the path though. Kind of like that. Let's mark this out. At a point. That's not what I wanted. I had a waypoint. We'll name this Bottle Dump 1, and we'll save that. Close that out. Let's keep looking. That's pretty cool. So you guys saw what I did. I was looking out up here for reflections of glass along this road that covers the front of the lake. Once I found broken glass up on the new road, I walked down in, and that's where I found the bottles that were complete. That's where I found this really good Clorox bottle. Now, I found Clorox before, smaller ones with plastic lids, but an intact bottle with a metal lid I haven't found ever before, so I wanted to pick that up and take it with me. I didn't want to leave it out here until I come back, because that's probably going to be 2 or 3 days. Last time I did that, somebody came along behind me, picked up my bottles, kind of screwed me out of about 10 nice intact smaller 1 quart Clorox bottles. You can see where the hogs have been running down in the cypress here, but this edge is what I'm wanting to check out. So there's a couple little islands out there where it's elevated too. I do want to kind of get in there, but not today. It's kind of dangerous. Gators might be out. See some more little glass pieces shimmering up there, so we'll keep an eye. I think we might have a gator slide right here. And I don't see any bottles down in the cypress grove, so we'll look up the date on this bottle. Clorox has got a really good site for their bottles. so it makes it really easy to age them. They're not interested in buying them, obviously. I mean, it's Clorox, they got a ton of them. You can probably have any of them they want. But definitely something I want. Need to figure out how to get that lid. I'm gonna probably have to take that lid off, dump whatever liquid's in there. It kind of looks like swamp water. I don't think it's bleach anymore. Probably got stuff out in there, but I think a lot of that's been bulldozed down. This was probably slated for being a subdivision at one point, and the county bought it and decided to keep it as a preserve. So you can see new construction going in over there. That's Eagle Creek. It's on the other side of the big canal there. We magnet fish that canal, so we're kind of walking along the canal structure. We might see some old stuff in there, might not, but we'll take a look. I'm already a happy camper. Haven't found that one bottle dump, and I'm sure there's more bottles out there. We'll get Mr. Rick from Rick's Rusty Relics to come out with us on a Friday or a Monday when he's off work. Drag our wagon out here. Getting some more glass shimmer up here. That could have been pulled out when they bulldozed all this, though. There's the elevated bank for the canal. Big warning sign telling people Army Corps of Engineers maintains this. Stay out of the way. We're not going up by the levee. That's the levee and the spillway. Brings water down from Lake MJ down to Lake AJ. And then down into down in through the lake system, lakes and canals, down the Kissimmee River, and into Lake Okeechobee, feeding the Everglades. So here are the headwater of the Everglades. This is the beginning of the swamp. That's why it's still kind of dry. It's not the kind of swamp people think of. We're a little bit drier swamp in some areas just because of man-made structures, how they've done this. They've worked the ecology and in most cases messed it all up. I don't know why I'd want to live right next to that spillway. We'll go up on the bank if we don't have a fence around it. We'll look over the edge. Up in this part, anything that's coming off of Lake MJ should have history that's been floating down the river. So let's go take a look. Let's see what we got. See, there's the lake. They got some safety retention buoys, stop people from floating in. It's really marshy down in here. There's not going to be much in this. And it looks like our water is not flowing over the spillway today. So let's go back down. We're going to go that way along the new section. See if we can find anything down in there. The more primitive section of the property. Even if we don't, no big deal. We already found a whole shitload of bottles. We'll get those cleaned up. Might even put a couple of those up for sale. Just because I only keep one of each kind. Those 33 Chemicals company. Can't remember what company that is. They're kind of like, they were the competitor with Clorox at the time. So So they don't, although they're just as old, they don't retain the value that the Clorox bottles do. And these big Clorox bottles have more value than the little ones, particularly when they're intact. And you got the lid on it. Alright guys, I got a little more time before it gets dark. Just talked with a really nice young lady from New England. She was out here hunting for snakes. I love it. She's been living down here, so she's enjoying our native ecology. I'm gonna get off the trail here for a minute. That's the trail through, but this being as open as it is, I want to see what we got around the cypress swamp. This looks like structural stuff, but it's hard to tell. Might just be piled up from bulldozing. And Dezinar has been out here. He's the one that told me that there's a hurdy pot dump out here somewhere. I haven't found it yet. Said it was over by the new growth pine, but I'm not seeing much. We're gonna walk off the road a little bit. We know where this goes. It goes right through. See if we can see anything. It's interesting in here. So obviously they're using that as a pathway to drive somewhere. These pine trees would have been in here, but they would have been adult ones back in the turpentine days. I don't see any old growth pine in here though. This is all new plant stuff. Alright, let's cut back to the road. Ish. That road's worse than walking in between the pine rows. See all that? Parts of that are truck and part of it's wild hogs. Well, I should say feral hogs. They're not native. I've been here longer than I have, but they're still not native. Some mushrooms on the ground. We're not looking for shrooms. Alright, we're gonna walk up the inside track and back over towards the car. We got a little while. I think I got about an hour of daylight. don't know how much time I've got on for recording on this SD card, but I just put a brand new battery in it, so we got a little bit of GoPro time. Just call me Swamp Rat. Alright, we're back on this main road. A big old oak tree was my entry point last time. I think the path goes right there through. Tired. Maybe he was looking up that way more. I don't know. It's hard to tell. He didn't give me a very good description of the area. And this is a huge area. We didn't see any of the pots that were terracotta. We just saw terracotta pipes. But that's house, not turpentine. We're looking for signs of turpentine industry. Once you get used to looking at the difference between a pot and those pipes, it becomes kind of obvious. Alright, the actual trail is over there, I think. But we're going to take this road down here. Yeah, this curves up and goes straight through. We're going to take this road. I don't know, it's not, this is the trail. We're on the opposite bank of the ditch. Whew. It's hot out here, guys. See, we might have to hit this area on foot in a different day because this is all wet down in here. This is all dug up by hogs. I know, it looks like a tractor. It's not. These feral pigs really make a mess of our ecosystem here in Florida. And in here, I'm not allowed to shoot them. Otherwise, I'd be eating bacon. Parked way up past where that car was. So this is a different grove of pine trees in here. See, we got a little ditch right there, little embankment, goes across. I might check out this pine grove up here, but I'm not really sure. So the other thing we have out here a lot of is snakes. The young lady I ran into on the trail while I was changing my battery, she's out here looking for snakes. We got Florida king snakes, we got coral snakes, we got southern diamondbacks, and we got water moccasins, cottonmouths. And some people will say, you see a cottonmouth, you see a rattlesnake, you should kill it right there. Don't do that, guys. This is their home, not ours. Leave it alone. They're just as entitled to life as we are. And they're kind of cool. Keep our rodent population in check. Looks like to get to that other side, I'm gonna have to come out another day and hit over the canal back behind me. So I don't think I can get over that ditch anywhere. And we're burning daylight right now. I'm hungry. I could use a drink. Oh, we got some deer track there. Sweet. Maybe we'll see some deer out today. I see them out here all the time, so it's not unusual. Alright. There's our wells over there. Big oak tree. Houses, there's a telephone pole there. So maybe out along this ditch there's some stuff abandoned. Maybe up further too. It's a little up closer towards the road. We might cut back and look. All right, we got an old gate right here. Used to come across. See that? With the fixtures. Would have been a property line. Wires coming in here. Looks like there was electrical wire here. That's copper wire, guys. That's a interesting sign. That must be a grounding wire or something. So we got some age on this. I think over here is where Desnar was telling me to go, but I'm not sure. Might have to get with him and do a collaboration hunt. He's not much of a history hunter, but he's a ecologist, so he's into saving this land that we've got here. And he's a good friend. If you guys want to, I'll put a link down in the description to where his channel is. You can check him out. Always has some good financial advice to give. Little bit different outlook on policies going on in the world. So, yeah, you guys can go check that out. so peaceful. So nice. Well, the car's right there. The Swampmobile's just right over there, so we're almost done. If I see something else, I'll turn the camera back on, but until then, I'm gonna shut her down for a little bit. Alright guys, so that's gonna wrap up today's adventure. As you saw, we just did a little bit of hiking around, quite a bit of hiking around. Went down over by Lake Mary Jane, found a nice dump site. We'll be back later in the week. We'll clean that up. A lot of garbage in the ground. Not really great, so we'll pick some of that up. Some of the stuff we don't want, some of the stuff we do want. But we'll take it all out, make it look natural and clean, since this is a conservation area. So, good find of the day. Pulled up the Clorox bottle, still has the lid intact on top of it, which is kind of cool. It's a 1 gallon size. Embossed on the bottom. Ohio and a glass company made this bottle for Clorox. We'll get an accurate age on it. I'm thinking it's 1930s, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So, until next time, guys, get out there, have some fun, stay safe. Later.